us business owners, we have to have a lot of grit to us to be able to sustain running a company. And I'll share a story with you, but for me personally, I am an all-in person. I will put everything on the line if I know the chances are high that I'm gonna get back more than what I put in. So I'll give you a story. In oil and gas, there's three brands that are the computers that run the well pads and the meter runs, and we didn't have any of them, and we were going stagnant. And I knew if we were going to be able to continue a growth, we had to get one of those brands. There was one in particular that I pinpointed that I knew if I had a chance in Hades, that would be the brand. So I started thinking strategically. I started networking. I started getting to know the salespeople, the managers, the engineers. And I happened to be at a convention. And I was sitting at dinner with a group of people from this brand, and in particular was an engineer who had come from brand A and just moved over to brand B. And so think about the technology in these terms, where a Droid does not talk to an Apple. And he, being an engineer, had mentioned to me that he found a loophole where this Apple could communicate with a Droid. And I thought to myself, what did he just say to me? Did he really just say that to me? So I filed that away in my brain, and I waited. And I waited. And in oil and gas, we call these cycles booms and busts. Booms meaning times are great, and busts meaning times are going to get real rough. So I intentionally waited for a bust cycle to hit. And as soon as that bust cycle hit, I put in a purchase order. Now, keep in mind, I was part of a very large corporation where you could not make big purchases without the board members' agreement, the manager, other executive managers agreeing to it, or even the bank. We had a strong partnership with our bank. But I took a risk. I took a major risk. And I put in a large purchase order, one that you would never see in these times. And I just sent it to him, and obviously caused a big ruckus within the organization, and heard from one of the managers, and he said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "I am absolutely serious. I'm committed to this. If you can make me a distributor and make this happen, I will honor my commitment to you." They had discussions. They only had, I think at the time, they only had 12 distributors throughout the entire United States that could represent this brand. And after that PO was issued and after discussion, we became the 13th distributor. And I remember getting a call from one of the guys I knew that was part of sales and also with in the manufacturing lines. And he said, my PO single-handedly turned on 3 more lines when people were getting laid off. And so we put more people back to work. Major risk. So I talked to my entire sales force and basically said, all you're going to do is you're going to live and breathe this product. You're going to go out to the field. I created an operating document to show how the Apple could speak to the Droid, and they went out and they hit all the customers. Now keep in mind also too, not only was this unheard of, but this particular product was very competitive. So we went out there, we sold the heck out of it. We went quick, we went in fast before the others caught on. And that's how we became the 13th distributor to sell this product.